It just seemed real tough on the streets, you know what I'm saying? I showed you videos and clips of, what's going on in Atlanta and how things are happening. But I don't want to keep talking about things about Atlanta. I want to talk about what's going on with me and my project. I mean, I'm kind of lost for words on whatever I want to talk about, but I don't want nobody, to be thinking that, hey, I need their validation. I need their support on this project, on what I'm trying to do, because these some weird-ass people here in Atlanta. I'm just go out and straight up and say it. Some weird-ass motherfuckers in Atlanta, male or female. That's why you haven't been seeing nobody really featured on my project, and it's just been me, and what I want to talk about. This year is going to be about me, again. It's not going to be about anybody else, being featured yet, because I haven't found the right people I want to deal with. Most black people, they sabotage your project with, making accusations like, oh, I helped him blew up, I helped him get started on this project, when none of this is true. Doing my own concept and doing my own editing, everything on my own. And it's thanks to black people. You can't trust them. And every time you turn around, there's some old sneaker, underhanded stuff going on with them. And really it's like that with majority of people that's here in Atlanta. It's some weird-ass people, no matter what race it is. Everybody got their own little crazy-ass occult, groups and satanic groups and, man-hating dykes, a movement. Most of the guys don't care about what's going on because they're faggots, or they in a fraternity, or they just comfortable with their own lives, and they being suckers and con artists and scams and stuff like that. So they only worry about their own greed and what they want. And I don't want to spend my time out making a whole lot of video about these weird ass women from Atlanta, and move on to something that's meaningful. Yeah, it's 2026, and it's all about prospering and positivity. Like I said, you won't see too many features on here. You won't. No surprise guests. Every now and then it might be a feature here, a feature there, maybe down somewhere down the line the road. But as far as networking, dealing with these people down here, like these some strange ass people. I thought I was strange. Oh yeah, be on the lookout for this new project I'm coming with. I feel like I'm another kind of weird. This the South or whatever. That's from here, Atlanta or whatever. I'm a different type of weird. I can't adapt to these people, and they can't adapt to me. And maybe I need to move out of Atlanta. Maybe I need to move. I made countless videos, thousands of videos about bullshit that's going on in Atlanta. I'm tired of it. I'm about burnt out of it. But I don't want nobody asking me dumbass questions why I don't deal with certain people in the city, and why I'm not dating certain women, or just always antagonizing me about my lifestyle and who I deal with and why I'm not dealing with them. And I just told you, it's a lot of strange motherfuckers here in Atlanta. And I'm already alienated away from them anyway. I got my own style. I got my own outlook on how I look at life. I don't find too many people that's conscious as much as myself. A lot of people, they coons, they're sellouts, they're, con artists and two-faced. It's just a lot of fake shit going on. And then what makes it even worse, it's different people that's moving from area of the city. So I can't just blame Atlanta. But Atlanta, I always been some sucker niggas here. I always been some weird ass niggas here. And it just came to the forefront even more as time, goes on. And we here in 2026, so a whole lot have changed in the worstest way. So I talk about protecting my energy, and I tell other people to protect your energy just because it's an important thing. Because you have to do that. You got to stay away from haters. If you can't have people around you that's going to really support you for your business, then I'm fasting on a lot of things, I'm fasting on the people, that hang around the area and the environment I'll be at, because if you want to elevate yourself, you got to change your environment. Because in the hood is up to no good, is what they say. The hood is a trap. Everything is a trap nowadays, And I don't think it's just the city. I think it's just globally spreading. The nigga plague, and I'm gonna talk about that more on my other projects. I got a project, you know what I'm saying, called ET Phone Home, you know what I'm saying, the next project I'm going to be bringing out because I feel alienated away from society, and, you know, I feel like this ain't my home, you know what I'm saying. So a lot of people are conscious, aware of understanding what I'm coming from, what I mean by this is not my home, because not majority of our home, you know, the people that's well aware of what's going on, that's conscious, you know, so this is not our home. We're getting too comfortable with it. You know, this is a land that, you know, we just here passing through, and we shouldn't take it too serious to just, you know, put too much emphasis in people and things around us, you know. And that's why I have learned, you know, throughout my journey, you know, all the trials and tribulations and mistakes I made. The reason why I have made certain decisions throughout my life as of, you know, feeling like I wanted to be a part of something. Feeling like this is, you know, the normal way of life of how a black man should carry himself. But I never did want to live that type of lifestyle. I just did it because it was something to experience. It was something to do. Because I felt like as a black man, I had no other options. I had no other choice. I didn't have a comfortable, happy life that I wanted to have. So I just got involved with certain people and did certain things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. Now, I knew I was a whole lot smarter and way advanced than my peers and the people I was around to be doing foolish stuff. Second thing I want to talk about, another thing on fasting is on dating. Because, like I said, it's weird ass people here in Atlanta. It's like I showed you the video about how women, you know, don't really like the black man here in Atlanta. And I got videos about white women too. You know, it's like they might say, oh, black women are for us, you know. That's a stereotype racist thing of how, you know, society have, you know, placed it to be. You know, everybody stick with it in their own culture, but love is love. It depends on the person. But it all have been divided because of superior reasons. You know, one race is more superior than the other, and this race is lower than this type of race of people, and it's been going on since, you know, we've been doing our research on it. So, the world is messed up. And I'm trying to understand, like, how can, you know, these white women be acting all friendly at the job, at where I work at? They be the same dog-smelling women that's running around here jogging, like they all this and that, like they all cute. But at the club, I'm the same dude. These white hoes, hey, you know, interrupting me while I'm trying to do my job and, you know, wanting attention and everything. Like I said, white hoes don't even like black men like that. They only experiment with us. I made a video talking about that. You know, they experiment on us. They want to prove that they're more superior than, you know, black women in the dating market. So they just, you know, utilizing that. They know that, you know, the black man having personal problems in his relationship, you know, with ratchet shit going on in the hood. So this is their opportunity to humiliate black women to build their own confidence, to make themselves feel superior. Like I said, it's a superior thing. So you got to be careful on what you put your emphasis in as far as women and dating women, for us choosing, oh, I'll date this race of woman, we went over this 1,000 times. Other guys are making videos. So, like I said, you don't have to listen to my video. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. You know, you're not living in Atlanta. You haven't experienced what I experienced. You're not a person that observe things. I wouldn't expect too many people that's watching my videos they're paying attention to what's going on and just really observing. You know, everybody too busy being goofy as hell. You know, watching all these TikTok videos and all these goofy ass broadcast systems that's on TV and everything else, brainwashing them to be goofy and not take certain things serious until, you know, certain things are happening in their life that making them feel uncomfortable and unhappy, and they start bitching and crying about it. But my job ain't to bitch and cry about it. My thing is to point out the obvious. So you be asked like, damn, He ain't got no features on this video. What's going on? You know, you got a network. Hey, I'm my own network, you know what I'm saying? I push my videos out there, how I push it out there. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm getting a higher broadcast from, talking about funny videos, or I'm, just doing me. You know, like they say, you gotta stay true to yourself. You know, the right people gonna come along. I'm happy with the subscribers I got so far. You know, it could be more, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting the message out and to push out my own creativity to link up with the right people. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to stay true to myself. I'm going to stay, real with my videos and whatever I push out there. And like I said, who gravitate me, they going to gravitate. All the other haters and non-supporters, I just want to remove them out the way. I want to push them out the way. You know what I'm saying? I already know who the supporters is and who is the, the people that can relate. So that's all I gotta say, man, for the time being. This is real talk, man. Like I said, the project coming soon, ET phone home, you know what I'm saying? I am the real extraterrestrial nigga. I am the outcast. I am the extraterrestrial nigga.